What happens if a professional MMA fighter faces a Muay Thai legend in the cage? Can contemporary mixed martial arts training outperform centuries-old hitting techniques? More than 60% of professional MMA fighters have some Muay Thai experience. According to UFC data, here's what's intriguing though. The outcomes of a match between fully mixed martial artists and pure Muay Thai experts provide an intriguing tale of adaptation against specialization. While traditional Muay Thai bouts in Thailand can span 5 complete rounds. According to FBI crime data, 73% of violent interactions end in less than 30 seconds. When these two worlds come into contact, a special dynamic is created. We'll explain in detail what happens when modern MMA adaptability and traditional Muay Thai skill collide in this video. However, before we begin our study, keep in mind that please support Fight Analysis by giving us a thumbs up and quickly clicking our subscribe button to receive more videos like this one. Regards. Let's return to this historic showdown for the time being though. The art of 8 limbs, or Muay Thai, was developed in Thailand in the 16th century as a combat strategy for the battlefield. When Thai fighters lost their weapons in battle, they created these methods. Thai boxing is the precise translation of Muay Thai. However, this name fails to convey the lethal totality of the art. Thailand's traditional Muay Thai training employs age-old techniques. Beginning at age 6, fighters practice their clinch skills on bulky bags containing concrete and sand for hours on end. They kick banana trees to condition their shins until the nerves are dead. This goes beyond simple training. It's a total change in lifestyle. When several martial styles began to freely compete with one another in the 1990s, modern mixed martial arts MMA was born. This is what most people overlook, though. An important flaw in traditional combat arts was shown. By early MMA, within their comfort zone, specialists were dominant. But when pushed outside it, they faltered. Range management is where the main distinction is found. Muay Thai fighters are excellent at using clinch work, knees, elbows, and kicks to control distance. MMA fighters have to resist takedowns, submissions, and ground control while controlling striking range. The fundamental idea of Muay Thai is to do as much harm as possible while using the least amount of energy. Each method has several uses. Tae kick does more than only cause harm. It messes with time and regulates distance. The shin is a formidable weapon because of the trademark roundhouse kick, which uses the full body rotation to generate power. The most distinctive feature of Muay Thai is the clinch. Traditional warriors train for years to become proficient in off-balancing, knee attacks, and neck control. They are trained to battle in close quarters, which are awkward for most martial artists. Muay Thai elbow strikes focus on particular regions to inflict the most harm. The elbow cuts horizontally. Jaws are broken by the upward elbow. Foreheads are divided by the downward elbow. These methods aren't arbitrary. They are instruments used in surgery. Combat is approached differently by MMA fighters. They need to be skilled submission artists, grapplers, and strikers. This causes an underlying issue. MMA fighters split their training time across several disciplines, whereas Muay Thai fighters focus on perfecting 8 limbs. But MM's flexibility is its strength. Muay Thai fighters have little choices if their striking is neutralized. When striking isn't working, MMA fighters can pull guard, shoot takedowns, or switch levels. At this point, we are halfway through the analysis. Please remember to subscribe to Fight Analysis and like this video for more excellent analysis on combat sports. Back to our historic matchup now. Before we look at a real-world case that exemplifies these ideas in action, let's look at some specific situations where these disciplines collide. Spectrum of standing exchanges. The Muay Thai legend has a lot of benefits in straight-up striking exchanges. There they can withstand leg kicks that would underscore inexperienced boxers, thanks to conditioning. They have spent thousands of hours honing their counterattacks, which gives them timing. MMA striking is frequently overpowered by traditional Muay Thai style when both combatants remain standing and trade. Here's the crucial element though. When losing, MMA fighters don't remain within striking distance. They alter the guidelines for interaction. Crush combat. The most intriguing battlefield is the clinch. The clinch is like an office to Muay Thai fighters, devastating, controlled, and comfortable. They control their opponent's stance by landing knees in the plumb position. The goal of traditional clinch work is to remain dominating position when administering discipline. The clinch is a transitional area for MMA combatants. Instead of looking for damage, they might use it to build up takedowns. Interesting tactical conflicts result from this basic philosophical disagreement. Let me now use a terrible example from the Stroke Street Fight Championship to demonstrate how this actually occurs in real life. This clandestine combat group established the ideal testing environment for our inquiry. Under the strictest guidelines, a skilled MMA fighter squares off against a pure Muay Thai expert. The set of rules was utterly barbaric. Knees to the head. Groin shots and back of the head strikes are all allowed. No time limit and no judges. The battle goes on till a successful conclusion. This was not a game. This was the closest thing you can get to an actual street fight in a well-organized environment. The red-clad Muay Thai fighter opened precisely. As his training instructed, kicking to establish range and controlling distance with his superior leg technique. He had textbook perfect kicks. Here, however, the basic training difference became evident right away. There was no attempt at a regular striking exchange or counterkick by the black-clad MMA competitor. Instead, he almost knocked the Muay Thai fighter over by grabbing his legs during kick attempts. This small change revealed a crucial weakness. Fighting opponents who view kicks as takedown possibilities, rather than as opportunities for striking exchanges, are not something that traditional. Muay Thai training prepares fighters for both combatants traded swift combinations as the red fighter quickly adjusted and delivered some strong round kicks. The moment that best demonstrated the tactical distinctions between these arts, however, arrived. A powerful blow to the throat, which is prohibited in traditional Muay Thai but entirely permissible under stroker regulations, was delivered by the MMA fighter. A timeout was required due to this throat punch, and the Muay Thai fighter's distress was evident. It was from battling under restrictions that his body wasn't trained for, not from the actual harm. Thai warriors were trained to take blows to the torso, elbows to the head, and kicks to the legs. However, throat strikes are not part of their fitness regimen. The tactical chess match became even more obvious when the battle resumed. In contrast to traditional Muay Thai training, the MMA fighter started employing cage positioning. He limited the red fighter's range of motion and escape routes by cornering him against the barrier. The Muay Thai fighter demonstrated his better technique in close quarters by escaping with a stunning round kick. However, this is where MMA flexibility came into play. The MMA fighter cornered his opponent once more during a fierce face-to-face confrontation between the two combatants. This time, he struck his opponent with a barrage of well-timed, deadly strikes that overpowered his defenses rather than attempting a single devastating technique as a traditional Muay Thai fighter might. That's where the conflict ended. The MMA fighter had prevailed by combining cage awareness, tactical adaptation, and a readiness to compete under regulations that rewarded his wider range of abilities. The reality of the brown game. The matchup gets biased at this point. Training in ground combat is almost non-existent in traditional Muay Thai. When the battle begins, even famous fighters become novices versus skilled grapplers. Demian Maia, a former UFC competitor and Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu black belt, once said on the ground, "Technique trumps everything. If you're on your back, it makes no difference how hard you can kick." Variations in conditioning. Specific durability, absorbing strikes, keeping pace throughout 5 rounds, and battling through accrued damage are the key goals of Muay Thai conditioning. Thai warriors acquire extraordinary mental toughness and pain tolerance. More generalization is required for MMA conditioning. For takedowns, fighters want explosive power. For grappling exchanges, they need endurance. And for submission defense, they need flexibility. Less specialized durability can occasionally result from this more general approach. So, when these worlds converge, who really wins? The response is solely dependent on rule sets and time spent preparing. There are significant advantages for the legend in a traditional Muay Thai match. The MMA fighter is not permitted to use ground control, submissions, or takedowns. They have to use new rules and scoring methods to compete in the Muay Thai specialist's strongest region. The dynamic drastically changes in an MMA cage. The Muay Thai fighter's striking is compromised the instant they are threatened with takedown. When they throw kicks, they have to be concerned about getting shots to their legs. When opponents are able to counter with wrestling, their forward pressure becomes hazardous. Both approaches are limited in a street battle situation. Devastating strikes from Muay Thai can swiftly put a stop to confrontations. However, what if there are several attackers? Although MMA's ground game is less effective on concrete, distance is still controlled by the takedown threat. When Muay Thai fighters put a lot of effort into defensive wrestling and fundamental submission defense, the transitions go the smoothest. Anderson Silva's development of well-rounded skills allowed him to dominate MMA while retaining his Muay Thai roots. On the other hand, MMA athletes who genuinely study Muay Thai methodology rather than just techniques frequently exhibit remarkably impressive gains. Thai training methods for mental toughness and intensity are ideal for mixed martial arts. Evidence from the real world. When examining real-world crossover bouts, trends become evident. Valentine and other Muay Thai champions failed in early MMA because they were unable to adjust to defeat threats. In the meantime, MMA competitors such as Donald Cerrone prospered by integrating genuine Muay Thai training into their wider range of abilities. Which art is better isn't the important thing. It depends on how well each fighter adjusts their unique set of skills to new obstacles and rule sets. What do you suppose happens when modern adaptation and classical mastery collide? Does variety always win out over depth, or may specialized greatness prevail over well-rounded competence? What does the response tell us about the development of martial arts? In their element, pure specialists are dominant, but when forced to adapt, they struggle. For greater competence, complete warriors give up some expertise. Neither strategy is intrinsically better. Devastating technique, amazing conditioning, and mental toughness developed via genuine traditional training are all brought by the Muay Thai great. Across all fighting ranges, the MMA fighter contributes talents, tactical flexibility, and adaptability. The ability of each combatant to maximize their strengths and minimize their shortcomings, as well as preparation and rule sets, determines the true winner. Which would you prefer, fighting an MMA fighter in the cage or a Muay Thai icon in the ring? Let us know in the comments section below. For additional analyses on the intersections of many martial arts worlds, don't forget to subscribe to Fight Analysis. Thank you for viewing. Until next time, see you